Hey guys, I'm Mike from MADCAT Productions. In this series, I'd like to go over 51 exercises that you should practice in order to become awesome animators. Alright, so our first animation, our first exercise is just a simple bouncing ball. Probably the easiest animation there is, the simplest. Just a bouncing ball on a loop. Now, these exercises are going to work for you no matter what program or medium you're using. I'm using TV Paint, but it's going to work for you if you're using Flash, Toon Boom, Anime Studio, even pencil and paper, whatever you're using. That being said, some of your more vector-based programs, you're not going to be drawing the ball, you're not going to be drawing everything frame by frame. It's going to be a lot more moving the assets around and resizing them, but it's all the same. It's going to help you. These exercises are going to help you no matter how you animate. So that being said, let me just open up a new project here. I'm just going to draw a line to be our floor. Turn that sideways and just make a quick rough line. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is all just for your personal practice. But try not to half-ass it too much. Go ahead and try to make it look as good as you can. I might kind of fly through this a little bit, but get a new layer. Okay, so we're just doing a ball dropping to the ground and bouncing back up. I'm going to get a little ball there. And it's going to be about 1 second long. So we're going to copy that frame and just paste it right over here. Now go to around the center. Let me turn on my onion skins or my light box here. And we're just going to hit the ball where it's hitting the ground here. I'm going to flatten it out. You want to look into your basics of animation, your squash and stretch, and all your basic principles. Squash and stretch is one you use a lot here. Sorry, I can't talk very well today. I'm just gonna add a new layer here and just do a straight up and down line. Actually, I'm gonna make that blue so we can tell it apart. Okay. And that's just a guide to help us keep the ball from going off to the side too much. Alright, so around the middle of these two frames, I'm going to add a keyframe right here. Oh. Let's get back on that layer and get a black pen. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Let me redo this one. I forgot to clear my keyframe. Okay, and one right here. Alright. So this frame is the very center. It's where the ball is actually hitting. And it's really stretched, or really squashed. In between that, between right here and here, I'm going to have the ball stretch. So that it looks like it's moving a little bit faster. Looks like it's picking up some speed. And I'm going to do the same thing here, because coming out of that bounce it's going to be moving pretty quick too. There we go. Alright, just a quick playthrough. It's a little rough, but general idea is there. Go ahead and add a keyframe here where it's just starting to be squashed. Now whenever you're squashing and stretching the ball, try to remember to having frame rate issues. Try to remember to keep the volume of the ball the same. So there we go, that looks good. And do kind of the same thing here. So if if the ball's here and you want to stretch it, you don't want to stretch. You don't want to stretch. Stretch it out and keep the width of the ball the same, or it looks like the ball's just growing. It's not stretching. So there we go. We're going to add a keyframe here. And try to keep it closer to the top, because that ball is going to fall. It'll start out falling a lot slower than it is when it gets towards the ground. Alright, play it through there, see how it looks. I'm actually gonna shorten this one up. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Probably use a keyframe here. And in between. I'm going to add an in between here as the ball is starting to stretch out a bit. Make it a little bit wider. There we go. Alright, stretch that out a little bit. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, I'm gonna add another keyframe right here at the start, just fall a little smoother and a little slower. Could do the same thing here at the end. All right. Just move this one over. This one's not quite center. Kind of a misshapen one there. Alright, let's see what we got. It's not bad. It could definitely be done better. I could put a lot more work into this color and just generally put more time into it, make it more smooth and everything else, but that's a general idea of what the exercise is all about. Now, like I said, this is probably the simplest, easiest animation you could possibly do. Now, there's 51 of these, and I'm going to try to go through all of them. I'm going to do them at least once a week for the next 50 weeks, I guess. So, we'll see how that goes. Now, next week, we're still just doing a ball, but instead of bouncing in place, it's just going to be bouncing across the room like that. So, I'll see you back next week. Thanks for watching.